If it's true that the freaks come out at night, then I consider Metallica to be quite freaky. Now, it's not at all uncommon for musical performers to be nocturnal creatures. After all, they stay up late doing their job entertaining us during our non-working hours. Quite often, they have to spend their own late night hours packing things up and getting back on the road, headed to their next tour destination. It is also not uncommon for a band to spend their late night hours drinking and enjoying their time off. Especially a band like Metallica. A band so well known for their excessive drinking that venues often knew to stock their bars in advance of Metallica's performances, as a band would typically drink themselves into a festive mood before going on stage. So why not carry those same hours and routines while working in the studio? Well, that's exactly what Metallica did, opting to record Master of Puppets at Sweet Silence Studios in Copenhagen, Denmark, where the band began work each day at 7 p.m. Now, those who live in or have been to Denmark know just how dark things can get in the fall months, with members of the band waking up in the afternoon to begin what is essentially a graveyard shift. I mean, hey, a graveyard shift of recording music is still a graveyard shift, right? Even if it doesn't crush a person's soul in the way of working in an office does. The members of Metallica must have grown quite pale as their exposure to the sun was minimal. With all this darkness, perhaps Master of Puppets should have been called the Black Album.
Move this man!
No, I take that back. It's just fine as it is. Drummer Lars Ulrich told Revolver what the process was like. We worked at night, so for 3 months, I don't think we saw daylight. This was like September, October, November, December. So in Denmark, if you wake up at 4 in the afternoon, it's already dark. So we'd wake up, and then we'd go down in the studio and start at 7. And then we'd work until 5 or 6 in the morning. Then go back to the hotel and do the breakfast buffet. And then we would go to bed. So we never saw any daylight for the whole time. And my main recollection is just how dark it was. But the main thing about Master of Puppets, compared to Ride the Lightning, is that we had more time to make it. We were originally going to record in Los Angeles, but our management had figured out that, with the way the currency was, we could get 12 or 14 weeks of studio time in Denmark, instead of 8 weeks in LA. And that was important because, at that time, the big thing that was driving the records was sonics. You needed more time to get the big drum sounds. It was the time of Pyromania and Back in Black. And it was all about how big the kick drum sounded. So it was important to have more time in the studio. And that's why we were in Denmark.